Don't be scared of medication. I recently had to get back on Zoloft because a lot of life changes were thrown at me too fast and I couldn't handle it. There's this misconception that dating is harder. Well, for me, it's gotten way harder because fame I acquired, it has definitely been harder to tell who wants to date Britney and who wants access to Miss B Nasty. Because I've had incidences where people have lied about knowing who I am. I've had incidences with people like saying they're cool with what I do, but when it comes time to do the paperwork, they're not. I've had people who didn't like when we went out places, how people would like, oh my God, can I get an autograph? Like, it takes a very special, insecure man to date a corn star. There is not a lot of them out there. You think you can date somebody like me, and then you do. Because like I'm not a regular corn star. I would be considered, you know, a well-known one. Like I get asked for autographs and stuff all the time. It takes a very secure man to handle that. And I had one. I had a real good one. I had a real great one. I really wanted to lock it down. Like I would have moved. He didn't want a long distance, but I was gonna move to him. Like, what you talking about? I want to marry you. I don't want no more kids, but if he would have asked me for a kid, I would have gave it to him. I wanted to say the L word every time we smashed. He treated me so good. He treated me like a queen. I miss him. I dropped the ball. I fucked that one up. But if you see this, I love you. And I know your brother been telling you the messages I've been sending through him. So stop playing games. So this
is so funny. We got to talk about that one real quick. But this kind of started her mental breakdown a little bit, you guys. She starts to go a little bit deeper into her dating life and kind of how she went down in a mental breakdown in a couple of other videos. So in this video, she talks about the last time she's actually been with a man. Check this out.
Not me being a pick-me when I say this, but I haven't added no new bodies in a minute, except for women. Just letting you know out there, you know, I do gets down the other way. But I haven't had relations with another man, a new man. Since 1984. Just kidding. Since 2021. Yeah. So, this is not me being a pick-me.
So, interesting. She goes a little bit deeper into what is like in this video right here, you guys. Watch this one.
I fear as a S word. There's this misconception that dating is harder. Well, for me, it's gotten way harder because I've had people lie about not knowing who Miss B Nasty is and then slipping up and talking about something that I've posted. I've had people like when I say, oh, I do corn, and they're like, oh, you know, that's cool, thank you for sharing that with me, and then they follow me on everything. It's weird. Also, I've had issues with men finding out how much I make and it being significantly more than them, and it like doing something to their brain chemistry. I don't know. I've also had issues with men wanting to be put on. So dating's non-existent now, and I was in love with this man. There was this one man, and I was in love with him, but he didn't want a long-distance relationship, which I understood and I knew, which is why I never told him how I felt. But I miss him. If he called me right now, I am answering. Okay. There's this.
So she brings up that man again, you guys. This is very interesting. We're gonna talk all about this, but this is the last video where she starts to open up a little bit about her mental health, and then we're definitely gonna break this down.
when I fear as an S worker we don't talk about mental health a lot or enough. So I have tried to become way more transparent with my mental health. The last time I spiraled was in 2022, and it caused me to fall out with a lot of people because they could not understand. I had been manic for so long and I was so fun that when I flipped to the depression side and I isolated myself, people took that personal. And it's really hard for me to even open up and share I'm going through X, Y, and Z because people don't understand. They say they do and they love you and they try. They really do try. But too many people have told me I'm dramatic, I'm overreacting, that I don't feel safe communicating out loud when I am having a moment. But I say all that to say, don't be scared of medication. I recently had to get back on Zoloft because a lot of life changes were thrown at me too fast and I couldn't handle it. And I didn't want to put it on the people that love me this time. I wanted to handle it. So I went and got on Zoloft. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm on 100 milligrams of Zoloft. And it is great because the world was testing me and trying me and I could have just spiraled. But I didn't. So I say all that to say that I know the tunnel seems dark and never ending right now, but you will make it through. You can make it through. It is so hard to believe that and see that in the moment, but hear me when I say I've been at the lowest of the low. That light is somewhere in there. You're going to find it. You're going to find it. And I love you. I hope you have a good day.
All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and talk about this. This is a very interesting situation that we got going on, you guys. This, at least for me, right? I'm about to be coming up in a new decade coming up next year, you guys, and I've grown up to see social media grow into what it is. I was there at the birth of Twitter. I was there at the birth of YouTube. I was there at the birth of, I know your boy done, you know what I'm saying? And so this is the first time. Now, I wouldn't say the first time my Khalifa's come on out there, but like Miss B Nasty, we're literally the same age, you guys. And so she's coming out being so vulnerable and being honest about what she's going through. We are actually seeing what it's like, the life of a popular, very successful corn star. I will, on the other side, flip it because we got a Sophie Rain on the other side who's making $43 million a year. Miss B Nasty, she's a millionaire. We can safely assume she's a millionaire, making probably a couple M's a year. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going good for her. It's just not going good. But let me say something to you guys, right? This reminds me of my cousin. I got a cousin that is a successful drug dealer, right? Now he ain't like pushing fucking Bentleys and stuff like that off of but he makes good money. He makes a decent amount of money. He's been robbed a couple times. It's hard. As much as I love my blood, and he is so funny. He's always fun to be around. People love him. He wanted to move in. We wanted to be roommates and stuff like that, and I wanted to do it, but God must have came in and happened. You know, he must have been looking out for me or something, because literally like a week before I was about to call him and be like, look, let's do it. Let's lock it in. I'll put the deposit down or whatever. He got robbed. And so I got to talking about it, and I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? I don't think this is the life that I want to lead. As much as I love my cousin, as much as I love being around, and I, cool with the lifestyle, whatever. I can't accept what comes with it. People are always going to want to come around and want what you got. They're going to want to rob you. They're going to want to steal from you. They're going to want what you have. That's just what comes with the drug lifestyle. Whether or not you're a good person, whether or not the person that you're selling the weed to, or whatever to, you know what I'm saying? They need it, whatever, they're going through a lot of stuff, and this is what helps them, cope with whatever life situation they got going on. you also get the bad side of it. And so it comes to the corn star stuff. She goes out on dates, people all around, and she's going to restaurants too, with the mall. Everyone, especially the men for sure, know who she is, or she's like, she looks familiar. She's never, even if she could be dressed all the way and she's still naked. No matter where she goes, she is naked. No matter how much clothes she puts on, she is naked. You can't erase that. You can't stop that. This is where a lot of women go to younger guys. This is why a lot of women like young men. We never talk about this. We always want to shame the guys. We always want to shame the men for liking younger women, whatever. This is how these teachers be sleeping with these little kids, man. This is what could come out of it. And it's because she wants a man that has not been exposed to the world. A man. She want a boy, a male that has not been exposed to this type of world. I didn't come here to talk about her liking young boys or anything like that. I'm just talking about what kind of comes with this. Can you just imagine though, right? You want to date, you want to actually find love, and you can't do it because of all of this stuff that comes with the lifestyle that you're leading. You become successful, and now you have to suffer the consequences that come with this lifestyle. Will there ever be an acceptance of corn stars in society in the ways that they don't want to be vilified? They don't want to be seen. They don't want men to be asking to be put on and stuff like that, you guys. This is what comes with the territory. I'm going to tell you one thing real quick, too. It's not over for it. It's not over for it. I think that I hate to continue to bring race into it, but the only one chick that I can think of, right? And she ain't even all the way black. She light skinned. They're always light skinned, right? Brittany Renner, she's having regrets for her lifestyle she's leading. The only one chick that I could think of that does not regret the lifestyle, who fully embraces it, is Tiana Trump. Tiana Trump, man. She embraces the lifestyle. She truly enjoys it. She truly loves it, and she accepts everything that comes with it. Maybe she doesn't, but we haven't seen her talk about it on social media. Miss B Nasty is doing that, you guys. Miss B Nasty is definitely doing that, right? And so I think behind what
So like, this was a really good question.
The thing behind it, right?
So this was a really good question. Do I seriously date people?
I'm gonna tell you guys something real quick, man. She's gonna be able to find love. You know why she's gonna be able to find love? She's gonna be able to find love because there's men out there who are willing to accept that other men know how she looks naked and want to be and just fuck her. You know what I'm saying? Like, can you imagine walking around with a girl that you think is very attractive, you like her, and every guy's coming up to her asking, hey, can I get your autograph? Hey, oh my God, I seen you on Pornhub. Oh my God, I love that videos. You know what I'm saying? It's different when your girl's just attractive and people just like her and they just come talk to her because she's attractive. I like that. Yeah, baby, go ahead. You just look good off your face card, off your fashion, off of your personality. Go ahead, go. I'm all for it. I welcome it sometimes, right? Because at the end of the day, if my girl, she gonna fuck with me. If she gonna mess around with some other guys, she gonna mess around with some other guys. You just ain't gonna do it in front of me, type stuff, right? I just let her know, like, I ain't having that in front of me. But let me tell you something, you guys. She talks about, I would suggest you go to some of her videos. She talks about how she got introduced into S work. And so I want to talk to you guys the opposite side of it, from men who get used like the props in all of these videos. And as someone who has experiences on both sides, I can tell you one thing, right? I think that there are definitely way more men out here who are accepting of a woman who wants to be promiscuous with other guys. And let me just flat out say it, man. I had a situation where I was with this dude's wife, and she was recording everything the whole time and sending videos to her husband the whole time. We knew what it was. As soon as I walked in, she just dropped the clothes down, and she knew what it was. You know what I'm saying? This was a while ago. It was like a long time ago type stuff. Like years ago. I was a young kid. You know what I'm saying? And she was recording for her husband. You know what I'm saying? right above the bedroom. We was in their bedroom, in their fucking apartment. He went off somewhere else apparently to let us do our thing. Right above the bed frame, it said Mr. and Mrs. Hughes. Mr. and Mrs. Hughes, right above there. And she just recording the whole thing, saying all kind of crazy stuff, man. And she was bad. She was bad. And I just laughed at it. I'm like, you know, I could commend it. I could commend it if you know, as a woman, you could find love like that, you know, stick with it. And you know, if you don't have to change your lifestyle and someone's willing to accept you for who you are and everything that comes with it, it's just a win-win situation. In my personal opinion, someone's gonna lose in a relationship like that. Someone loses. The only way is it worth it is if the compensation is worth it. Like what would be worth that, right? Could you ever tell you, like, yeah, baby, it's okay. Yeah, I know you want to sleep with this guy. As long as you record it and keep updating me about it. Yeah, let me see the videos of you and him doing it. Make sure, yeah, let me see the condom too. She told me to leave the condom wrappers on the bed. I'm like, she's like, yeah, my husband wants to see it. Yeah, my husband wants to, like it just looks. She wanted me to spray all on her face and her body. She's like, what position? Like, it's just like, wow, you know? Wow. So I say all that to say, you guys, this Miss B Nasty situation is something we're gonna see a lot of. Kevin Samuels would have had a field day on this topic, and Kevin Samuels was wrong in a lot of aspects. A lot of these women are making even more money than he's ever thought of. Sophie Rain makes more money than fucking professional athletes. And it's not going anywhere anytime soon. The only thing that they do suffer is an actual traditional love life. But it's not to say that they will never get it. It's just a lot harder to get, right? It's just a lot harder. And so, what do you guys think about this situation, man? I think there's so much to talk about. I don't think I was able to cover all of the aspects of it, but this was just a very, very, very interesting ordeal. And I don't think, like, it's not gonna change. You know what I'm saying? Are you gonna stop, like, looking at her? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think about it. I think that the more corn stars talk about these types of things, do you feel sad? Do you actually, like, honestly, do you actually feel bad that she's going through the things that she's going through? I think so many of you guys you let your emotions take and override logic. And when a girl talks like this, vulnerable and open, and starts crying about a situation, it's so hard for a lot of men to turn off that emotional Prince Charming, Captain Save-A-Ho feelings and understand and try to and really think about, okay, how did you even get in this situation? What could stop this situation? Why are you in this situation? A lot of you men forgot how to be men, and you let your emotions override, and that's why so many women control you. There's nothing wrong with feeling and having feelings and empathy for a woman. I'm not saying that at all. But there's a difference between knowing when to empathize and knowing when to try to find a solution and knowing when to just separate yourself from the situation altogether, which it sounds like the man that she fell in love with did. He was in his right mind. He tried to make it work. He sounded like he really tried to make it work. She even said it herself. He treated her amazingly. He tried to make it work. It just wasn't cut for him. And at a certain point, he was like, you know what? I gotta step away. I think, if anything, the most interesting part about this Miss Benasty situation is the man that she fell in love with. I would want to see this guy. I would want to hear him. I wish she would put him out there, right? And you know what else is crazy? Look at this comment. I ate Dookie mouth. Man, some of y'all ain't shit, boy. But anyways, man, it's your brother Trey. What you guys think about this video, man? Comment down below. Do you guys empathize with her? Do you actually feel bad? Or do you think that this is just what it is? This is the life you chose? See y'all in the next one, man.